Did you know the golf course at Buffalo's Delaware Park is a military burial ground? Well, if not, a local group is trying to change that. News 4's George Rickard is live for you at Delaware Park with that story tonight. Hi, George.
Hi. Well, even if you've heard the story of who's buried in the middle of Delaware Park, what we can report to you new tonight is there will be a brand new monument placed right here to bring attention to what's out there.
People are upset when they hear this story and they didn't know about it. It bothers their senses.
Steve Cichon is a radio news reporter who is also a Buffalo historian. He took us to a spot in the center of Delaware Park Golf Course where most people probably don't know. 300 soldiers from the War of 1812 are buried. They died of exposure and disease during a long, cold winter 200 years ago.
They had a local man make 300 coffins. They had another local man bury the 300 coffins.
I think it's a very, very interesting. It's history.
Lance Zepp has golfed here since he was a kid and never knew what he was walking over.
I've been walking by it that long. I have noticed the plaque, but I never read it.
The plaque has been on the boulder for more than 100 years, but doesn't mention 300 soldiers. There were 2 cannons marking the spot until they were stolen in the 1980s. Last Memorial Day, Steve had a flag-raising ceremony there, and 100 people turned out, many hearing the story for the first time. So to draw attention to this spot, what Steve wants to do in the next 10 weeks is put up another monument more than a quarter mile away on the Ring Road.
What we want to do is place a small memorial that just says, turn around, behind you, you're going to see a large boulder on a mound, and that's the Mound in the Meadow, and that's where 300 soldiers from the War of 1812 are buried. Just knowing that it's there, people will have a certain reverence for this spot.
You've got to have a thought and think about it now that we know about it, what's really there and what that plaque is about.
So that new monument will be placed right here on Memorial Day during a ceremony. If you'd like to be a part of it, you can find a link to Steve's website on WIVB.com. Live on the Ring Road, Delaware Park, George Rickard, News 4 at 5:30.